What separates Lewis Hamilton from the rest of the F1 grid? Let me make it easier. It's not just the 7 titles. Yes, that's right. The 7-time world champion has a lifestyle like no other active sportsman in the world. Innovator, eco-conscious, perfectionist, and multitasker are the words that perfectly describe Lewis. He is seen by millions around the globe as the epitome of precision, skill, and style. But he didn't have this life from the beginning. Humble beginnings. Lewis has indeed carved out a truly spectacular career for himself, but his life wasn't a huge spectacle when he was young. As the son of a white mother and black father who survived a broken home in his youth, Lewis grew up on a municipal housing estate in Stevenage. At the time, his father Anthony had 4 jobs to support his family and fund his son's embryonic racing career in cars. He took redundancy from his position as an IT manager and started working as a contractor. This included employment as a dishwasher, a double glazing salesman, and putting up signs for estate agents. And he never ever missed any of his son's races. Lewis started his adventure without luxury and was totally unprivileged. But it was clear from an early age that he had an outstanding gift. He had a gift for speed and all the gutsy natural instincts of a born racer. With borrowed shoes and a jacket from his predecessor as British Formula Cadet karting champion, Lewis went to a glittering award ceremony in London back in 1995. He was only 10 years old when he met McLaren's then boss Ron Dennis. He asked for an autograph and said, "One day I want to race for you. Call me in 9 years and I'll sort you a deal," said Dennis. Already starts to sound like a movie scenario, right? And so he did. The McLaren chief did not wait that long. He agreed to support Hamilton's dream and his passage through the Junior Formula en route to his first debut in F1 with his team in 2007. Anyway, as the only black child racing at his club, he had a really hard time facing racist abuse, and only when he became the champion for the 7th time, he spoke loud and explained some of the struggles his family went through. "We started with nothing. My father had 4 jobs to keep me racing at one time, and I slept on the couch. We dreamt of doing something so far out of reach, becoming an F1 driver. For a family with no money, we may have looked and sounded crazy," said Lewis. They were constantly humiliated. People used to make jokes of him. They would call them names, and they kept their heads down. They fought in a different way, with actions on track. They never gave up, and so the success was following him. So if you're out there wondering, doubting yourself, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep dreaming and talking that dream to existence, said the driver. One movie is not enough for Hamilton's life. They could make a full 10-season series for him and it still won't be enough. Now that he is drawn level with Michael Schumacher's title haul and earned a fortune of some $250 million, it's easy to forget quite what a trailblazer the young Hamilton was. Living in a luxury, he may have switched to driving electric cars off track, turned vegan, and sold his private jet, but Lewis Hamilton isn't exactly a minimalist. Hamilton will hit that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. No, really. Lewis was reportedly paid a cool $30 million in 2021 alone. And if you combine that with his investments and endorsement deals, nets him career earnings exceeding $500 million. Not to mention that he is the highest paid driver in F1 right now. As one of the world's most successful and richest athletes, it stands to reason that there are several high-value possessions in his name. So let's check what Lewis spends his big bucks on. It is true that the Mercedes driver owns some pretty valuable slices of real estate all over the world. The recently knighted British driver resides in the tax-free confines of Monte Carlo. Although not much is known about this little house, he once shared a snap of his wonderful view, a place I call home, Monte Carlo. "I am so blessed to live in such an incredible place. God is really shining down on me today," he wrote on his Instagram profile. He also owns a 6-bedroom London villa and a Manhattan penthouse worth $44 million. Hamilton purchased the West London villa from Christopher Bailey, the Burberry chief designer, according to The Sun. The property is said to have its own independent summer house and 200-foot garden area. As for his Manhattan penthouse, it has everything from a state-of-the-art pool, squash court, library, gym, and wine cellar. Lewis always had an affinity for America, especially New York, but it is not yet official that he already sold this property. His favorite vacation place is Geneva, and he goes there to escape the limelight. But the details of his Geneva home aren't well known, and we are moving on. We'll have to speed up since this list is long. His private Sunseeker yacht is the place where he can be found spending his downtime. The Challenger 605 jet may be gone, but you have to agree that a 90-foot-long $4 million luxury performance yacht perfectly fills the gap. It can usually be found parked by the bayside in Monaco or Nice when not being used for parties. Lewis has one of the most extensive collections of supercars of any modern-day F1 racer. There's nothing in here that isn't superlatively quick, apart from his daily driver. It's difficult because there are people who say, like, yeah, but you race a Formula One car around every weekend. Some of it's education, because not everyone knows the footprint that our sport currently has and what we're doing in terms of trying to improve that. But I'm making a lot of changes in my personal life. I don't drive any of the cars that I own anymore. I only drive my electric Mercedes EQC, said Hamilton. Okay, but let's start from the beginning. Hamilton got his first break in the world of racing in McLaren. So it's not a surprise that his garage houses one of the fastest models in the world. He purchased the McLaren P1 hybrid hypercar back in 2015. The P1 is powered by the combination of a 3.8-liter, 727-horsepower V8 and a 177-horsepower electric motor. It cost approximately Rs17 crore. There were only 375 examples of this car in the whole world, and all of them were sold out. Moving on with his favorite car, Mercedes-AMG 1, an F1-inspired road car, which was created with the help of Sir Lewis himself. This is something that is likely to stay in his garage long after he has retired, given its similarities with his F1 car. Now, the biggest irony is his LaFerrari hybrid hypercar. His love for this landmark piece of Maranello engineering shows that Ferrari could very well be on his horizon in the not-too-distant future. In his garage, you can find Shelby Cobra 427, Shelby Mustang GT500, and MV Agusta F4 LH44. The 7-time champion amassed a group of male mates from the world of music, sports, and even Hollywood. We all know about his bromance with Kanye West. I went to see Kanye at his house, and he goes, "You know, me and you are very much the same," Hamilton said in an interview with City AM. He is also a great friend of the football legend David Beckham. Considering both Lewis and Becks are British sporting royalty, you would think they'd be rivals hating each other. But it turns out that they are smashing that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. No, really. In all seriousness now, they are pretty good friends and were even spotted together many times at some very important events, including the Super Bowl in 2014. A true champion from a young age, he knew what he wanted and knew how to get it. Hard work and dedication. Congratulations, mate, on yet another championship, wrote David on social media when Lewis won his last title. Knowing that, Lewis is a die-hard Arsenal fan. This relationship is pretty weird. There is also a strong bond between him and one of the most expensive football players ever, the Brazilian striker Neymar Jr. As a matter of fact, Neymar shared a snap of the pair together in Doha, celebrating their friendship. Only a day after, Lewis was in the pit hugging his mate. You could see him very often in the company of Justin Bieber, Jared Leto, Will Smith, Tom Brady, and many others. So it's clear, Lewis Hamilton doesn't have a boring life. His love life isn't that bad as well. The list is much longer than you think, and we'll probably need another 10 minutes just to read off the names. There were rumors that Lewis used to date Nicki Minaj in 2018 after appearing in a series of social media posts together, and we were witnesses of their flirty comments/conversations on Instagram. After her split with Cody Simpson, the American model Gigi Hadid is rumored to have an encounter with Lewis Hamilton back in 2015. The list goes with Rita Ora, the famous Kovacsar singer, the American TV personality and model Kendall Jenner, Rihanna, Sophia Richie, and his longest relationship with Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole and Lewis dated from 2008 to 2015. Lewis, mate, this is a lot even for you. At the end, whatever we say, there is only one truth. If somebody deserves this, that would be Lewis Hamilton. His place in the history of Formula One as one of the best is undebatable, having matched Michael Schumacher and even surpassed him. One of the biggest debates around Hamilton is his status as the GOAT. In the modern world, there are so many sporting barriers being broken, and this is why we're seeing so many debates across the sporting spectrum. Is Lionel Messi better than Diego Maradona? Is LeBron James better than Michael Jordan? Is Lewis Hamilton better than Michael Schumacher? I guess we'll never know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.